Okay, it's recording now. So good afternoon, everybody, and welcome once again back to class. Prof, please, you can confirm if my internet is fine and the audio is okay. Not
It's
that
okay,
around. I'm
sir.
not. I'm just somewhere else. I want to be sure the internet is fine. All right, thank you,
It's
sir.
okay.
All right. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so but before we move on to what we need to do today, I'm a teacher, so we've got to put in all the elements of teaching. We gave ourselves week one mission last week, and I said we should pick one. If you look at what I have at the bottom here, we said we should pick one and complete it. Either you write a CV or personal profile using any of the AI tools, or you create a monthly budget with AI, or you draft a social media content, you do a research on your competitors, or you write a proposal or pitch. Then I said we will come back today and share with the rest of the class what worked, what surprised you. So I want just three people. You can go into the chat now and respond to the questions there. First, tell us the mission you completed, and then add what worked, what surprised you. So as many of us that actually did the Mission One project, let us go into the chat and drop it there. I'll pick it up from there. So while you're doing that, I'll just run through what we discussed last week. So we introduced ourselves to the course, which is the AI for youth entrepreneurs. And specifically, we looked at what artificial intelligence is, what it can do, and what it cannot do. So we started from there last week. And I was able to share with you that you should not conflict Google search with Gen AI. Google search will just flip through the existing pages and try to point you in the right direction, try to show you the source of that particular thing. Whereas Gen AI has been trained on billions of data, it will predict the after the next one. Please, can we mute our microphones? Okay. Um, okay. Can we just mute our microphone
Yes,
and
sir.
not distract us? Okay. I'm trying to mute some people here. Okay. Felix, please just stay muted. What's this? Okay, cool. Cool. All right. So I was just running through what happened last week. So we said AI is not the same thing as a Google search. And then we told ourselves the truth that we must verify whatever we do before we push it out there. Confident does not mean correct. Verify whatever you get from AI. And we talked about the 5-part prompt formula, meaning add an element of a role to your prompt. What should AI become? Include the task. What exactly do you want AI to do for you? Had context, and I said context is super important. What are the situation of things surrounding what you're doing? Is there any background information that you believe AI needs to know to be able to, give you exactly what you're looking for? And then formats. What format do you want the output? Is it in form of an article, bullet, and all those things? And of course, constraints. Anything you don't want AI to add to your output. I don't want emoji. I don't want you to use big grammar. Just simplify it for a 5-year-old. All those things, you can add it to your prompt. So going by what we did last week, I just tried to, run through that. So for the mission, I'm getting a lot of messages in the chats, and I'm happy about that. It means many of us actually went home and then did something. So Flourish Orb said, my mission was on personal profile. I went to write a personal profile for my personal portfolio. I'm an intermediate female trader in the financial market. I make handcraft and so on and so forth. Okay, thank you for sharing. Balogun Joseph too said a proposal for the establishment of the National Solar Energy Enhanced Youth Innovation and Development Initiatives. That's cool. But the part B of the mission is for us to come back and share with us what worked, what surprised you. So I'm throwing this back to the two people that dropped their mission in the chat. What worked? What did you notice? What surprised you? When you use the Gen AI, you dropped your prompts, you got the output. What worked? What surprised you? So you can still go in there and drop it there. And to others that just joined, I was just requesting for you to drop your assignments in codes in the chat, share with us what you actually did during the week. Please don't let us just come here every Tuesday and then we give ourselves some tasks and then we go back home without doing anything. The more you do, the more you can do. The more you use these tools, the better you become at prompting, at creative ways of using the tools. So whatever we ask ourselves to do, please let us do it. Set aside 15, 20 minutes every day just to learn on your own. You will be a better version of yourself by the time we're done. So what are we doing today? Today, we want to do a deep dive into the tools that we want to focus more on. Remember last week, it was just like a general introduction, and then I was able to show us around ChatGPT, and then we just did one prompt, to write a proposal and all that. But today, we want to look at how to use some of the features in ChatGPT and some of the features in Gemini. So that's exactly what we want to do today. And by the end of today's session, you should have used ChatGPT projects. If you haven't used projects before in ChatGPT, we will show us how to do that today. You will also use what we call deep research in ChatGPT. You will see what GPTs are and how to use apps in ChatGPT. Then we'll move to Gemini and see how to create gems, how to use guided learning, how to use Canvas. So the lineup is loaded. So basically, we're doing more of hands-on today. So I'm not just going to spend a lot of time going through slides and slide, right? Just to reiterate what I said last week again, standard AI or you're not just sorting, Gen AI, you're creating something new. So we want to use the tools that I've mentioned to create something new entirely. 2 AI platforms, 6 different features, all hands-on, and that's exactly what we are going to be doing today. So I will just move away from the slides and just go straight to ChatGPT, and then we'll start with the first demo. I will do the demo. I will encourage you to just stay with me, take note of whatever I'm doing, and when I'm done, I will give us a few minutes to practice on our own too. So don't try and be in a rush and say you want to do it exactly when I'm doing mine. When I need you to do as I'm doing, I will tell you. When I need you to pay attention, please do pay attention. I'll always give us time to practice on our own too. So I'll give us time to do that. So before I jump back to the tools, let me quickly read from the chat again. From Benin City, my name is Tai. I did the first and tried out the second for the fun of it. The prompting mattered a lot. Thank you. I did not give too much information, but the prompting helped the AI give me just enough for me to correct just a few things. What shocked me was how precise it was. It was very detailed for my CV and profile. I told it to channel the profile for a LinkedIn account. I love the feedback. You did justice to the question. And then Najim said, I created my CV and I was surprised that AI can actually go into my Canvas and create my CV for me after answering all the questions given to me by AI. What went wrong was that the AI model did not allow me to, to lie in my CV. It used everything it knows about me. And I think that was because of the prompt I used, saying it should be ruthless. So that's fine. Thank you for sharing. Just a simple joke. Yes, they allow you to lie, but of course, when you generate it, if you still want to edit it, you feel free to edit it. So I was helping somebody to fine tune our CV just this morning, and I was introducing something else into the CV, and Claude was telling me, no, I couldn't find this in the initial CV shared with me. I said, had it. He said, no, I couldn't find it. I said, why are you arguing with me? I said, you should have this thing. So that's just by the way. So we want to look at how to use all those features that I mentioned. And the first of these features will be projects. So what is project? How can we use projects in ChatGPT? Hello, if you are on the line, please just mute your microphone. Just mute your microphone. You don't have to keep it on. Whatever you want to say, just drop it in the chat. Please just check your microphone if you haven't muted and stay muted. We are starting with projects. What do we do with projects? Say, imagine you are a social media manager for 3 different clients. For example, you've got 3 different clients that you manage their social media platforms, and you don't want to be explaining to ChatGPT every time that, oh, this one is for client A, this one is for client B, this one is for client C. You can actually create projects for each of your clients. And then in project A, it is for client A. Everything you do there is for client A. For project B, it is for client B. And this you can extend to your own personal projects too. Let's say in your company, in your business, you are doing like 3 different things at the moment, or 4 different things. You can create projects and manage different projects inside projects. So if you come to your ChatGPT here, on my left side of the screen here, you will see projects here. This is projects, right? So if you click on the plus sign, it's going to ask you to give your project a name. See this as a typical folder on your computer or on your mobile phone. You know, on your Windows, if you're using Windows, it comes with images, video, pictures, videos, documents, downloads. These are folders. So when you download something, it goes straight inside the download folder. If you're looking for the downloaded files or application, you go straight inside the downloads. If you have configured your pictures to store all your pictures, if you need to use a picture, you go straight inside the picture folder. So just see project as a typical folder on your computer where relevant documents are kept. So I will just call this my business. You know, I want to call it anything data shop. Of course, I'm just saying, let's say this is my shop. Okay, I use my ChatGPT for 1001 things. But one of those things is to help me manage my shop, right? I want to use it to manage my shop or my business or something. So I've given it a name. Then I can do what? Create a project. You see how simple we're able to create a project. I'll go back. On the left here, you see projects. You click on the plus sign, you give it a name, and then you click on create project. Now that we have created the project, we are now inside a project. By the way, you can create many projects. Okay, like I said, this one is for my editing data shop. I can come back here and create another project for another thing entirely. Okay, so that's just by the way. Right now, inside the anything data shop project, it is now asking me to drop my charts here. So any chart that I put here, the same way we prompt, I prompt it now, it gives me an output. That chart, that history stays inside this project. It's not going to be lost in the history here. You know, everything you're doing on your ChatGPT, you can trace it down to the charts here, the histories here. So you can go back there and continue from where you stopped yesterday or where you stopped 2 days ago. But for project, any chart you make inside a project stays inside that project. So you are not going back and forth to look for what you did last week on that same project. So it stays inside the project. That's what you have here. And you can still make use of the plus sign to attach photos, attach files, attach all these things. You can still do them inside the project. If you look at the bottom of the text box here, you have two things there. Number one is the charts. So it is telling me that no charts yet, because I am yet to do anything here. But the moment I start dropping my charts here, I will have it here in the history, right inside the project. The second thing here is sources. Okay, meaning for this project, are there documents, are there files that I want it to be aware of? Maybe for this, my anything data shop, if I have my brochure, my company's brochure, I have my onboarding documents, I have my catalog, I have like a brand guideline, any documents I have about my company, I can upload it here inside the sources, and it stays inside the project. What that means is I am telling ChatGPT that for this project, these are documents, these are resources that you should consult whenever I drop a chart there. Before you even start using all your trained data, you can check whatever I must have added here. That is what you have inside the sources here. And if I click on add sources, it will give me this box that will enable me to add sources from different places. One of those places will be to upload from my computer. So if I already have a PDF file, a PowerPoint file, a Word document, an Excel file, pictures, I can upload it from here to the project file. If I already created something in my ChatGPT library, this one means ChatGPT library. So all the things that I've created before on ChatGPT, I have everything stored here. So I can click on add from library, and it will, let me just click on it. It will take me straight to my ChatGPT. See, these are things that I've done inside my ChatGPT. If I want to add it to the sources, I can also type text inputs. I can just type information and add it to my sources. If I have a lot of files inside my Google Drive, I can connect it to my Google Drive and say, you know what, I've got resources inside my Google Drive that I want you to add as sources to my project. If in your company you use Slack, you can click on Slack and connect it to your company Slack so that the project will have access to all the discussions on your Slack. So when you say something there and you come back here, it can relate and fetch information from there. So that's what you have here as sources for a typical project. We've not done much. We created a project. It is still blank. And I told you the charts will show the history, and the sources is where you had multiple sources. So you can come up here. This is very, very important before I do a live demo. This is very, very important. If you click on the three dots here, if you click on the three dots, you will see these project settings. If you are on your phone or on iPhone or Android, you can see different things there, but it's the same thing. You may not see project settings. Maybe you see project instructions if you're using Android or something, but it's still the same. We can see project settings there. If you click on project settings, this is where you can configure the project alone. Don't forget, last week I said we can do custom instructions when we are personalizing our ChatGPT. But we can override that personalization inside the project, because the personalization in settings is generic for everything you do on ChatGPT. But for this project, if this project has its own defined voice and the kind of personalization I want for it, I will put it here. Whatever I put here inside the instruction is specifically for this project and not for every other thing out there. So we can put instructions here. So I can say, oh, this is where I manage my business. Okay. Always use business terms and adapt to, friendly customer care. If I'm doing anything that has to do with customer relation, I will use this to create my business artifacts like images. I draft marketing content. We can put the instructions here and say, this is how I want you to respond inside this project. So that is for project. So let me continue. This is my shop, anything data shop, right? I want to put instructions there so I can write the instruction anyhow I want and then put it there. But before I write the instruction, let me tell us something. There is what we call meta prompting. Meta prompting. I just want to digress a bit. It's still one of the strategies when you want to get better at prompting, when you call it meta prompting. This is when AI itself will help you to write your prompt, when AI helps in writing your prompts. Okay, so I can come here and say, oh, act like a senior, prompt engineer that has worked with OpenAI and is very creative when it comes to prompting. Okay, maybe I just want that. Help me improve the prompts below so it could give me a better output. So you see what I'm doing now? I am saying I want to write a prompt, but I want ChatGPT to help me, fine tune whatever I must have drafted myself. So I can come down and say my prompt, then I will write my prompt. Don't forget, I want to put instructions here inside my project, but I don't want to just write anything there. I want ChatGPT to help me fine tune my prompt. So I can say my prompt is, this is, I'll just write it anyhow now. This is a project instruction for my business. Treat it as a customer care writing. I'm just writing anyhow. Writing pattern. It is to help me in drafting business proposals, marketing ads, create images for adverts. In short, to run my business. Okay. So I put my prompt here. Then I say send. I want ChatGPT to help me write the prompt or the custom instruction that I will now paste inside my project instruction. I don't just want to write my small, look at my own here, just 4 lines. But look at what has happened there. Look at what has happened. He gave me one improved version. Look at it. Then he also gave me another one and he said, oh, this one is the recommended one, and even a better version. So then I can copy this. So he says, you are my AI business operating partner. Your objective is to this and this and that. So AI is getting better. When you ask it to help you improve your prompts, it can help improve your prompts. Then you use your prompts again inside AI to give you a better result. right? So that's meta prompting. So I could copy this, I'll copy this, then come back here and paste it here for my project instruction. So I have created it for my project instruction, right? So I can now save. What I have done now is to set up my project, created it, then I've given it instructions. I will just demo how to add to the sources here. Then I will pause. I will allow you to do before I come back here and engage with my my project. So in case I want to add sources here, let's say I already have logo for my business, I have document for my business or any other thing, I'll just come in here and say, oh, let me upload. I'll click on upload, then it's going to ask me to upload any relevant document I want to add. So for me, I just want to put my logo only. That's the only thing I have. I don't have any documents. If you have documents or anything to support that, you can just put it there. So let me just look for the logo. I think I have anything data logo somewhere here. Oh, okay, let me search for it. Okay, right. So I'll just pick the logo here and open. So it will be added to my sources so that it knows that logo. Anytime I ask it to design something and add my logo, it will not be asking me to attach the logo every time. If I have like a document, if I have like a document explaining what I do, I will just add it here. See, you can come back and add sources. I'll just upload a random file, even if it has nothing to do with what I'm doing. I'll just upload a random file just for you to see. So let me just upload this document, this Excel file here. So you can add sources. See, it has added another document here. So I can still go ahead and add many sources. So me adding the sources means that I am populating my project with the relevant information required by my project to help me and give me, you know, something concise, something more personalized about my business and not just generic. So I have created a project. So let's say I am done using this project today. Then I go back to new charts here tomorrow just to do random thing. So I'll come back to new chart. You see that I'm back at my regular ChatGPT interface. I can use it randomly. But if I want to go back to my project, I'll just come down to where I have projects. Then look at it. Anything data shop is here under projects. So if I click on it, it's going to show me that, oh, I have not dropped any chart, but I can open it and then I will continue to use it here. Right. So if I come here now and I say, oh, draft a pitch for my business, you know, I don't have enough information there. Our business, you know, we help companies analyze their data and build dashboards. So maybe I just say draft a pitch for my business. Take note, I did not mention my business. Okay. I want to tax it to check my sources. If there is something there that you will be able to figure out that, oh, this is my company. Look at it. At anything data, because I added that logo inside the project. So it's able to pick it up. And even I have multiple files in there, it will read from my files before giving me anything. So I'll just pause here because I'll still give us different examples and scenarios. I'll just want to pause here and give us like a few minutes for us to set up the project, and then we can move on from there. Just set up the project, give it a name. If you have files relevant to that project on your computer, it could be about your business. It could be that you are a freelancer and you have, clients, 3, 4 clients that you support on different levels. You can create different projects for them. So let us do this in 2, 3 minutes, and then we'll come back and continue. Like I said, today is just hands-on. I want us to do it while we are here, because some of us, by the time we leave here now, we'll forget about it and do something else. So we have few minutes. I'll just pause now. Then I want you to just try it out. So maybe I should even put a timer on the screen and just give us maybe 3 minutes. 3 minutes is enough because we have a long way to go. Just 3 minutes. All right. So yeah, I want to believe some of us are done with the creation of the projects. By the way, you can keep your post coming. I'm saying all. I just saw that of Jennifer here created research about the food business, and then the limitation, you didn't have the sources. Okay, yeah, maybe because you didn't have it, or maybe because of the platform you used. So we will get there later, how to kind of force it to have sources and all that. Right. So we have created a project, and you could see that I tried to just give my project a task here to just draft a pitch. So that's a chart. If I go back again to a new chart, and let's say I come back tomorrow, I still want to work on that project. Can you see that this is the project, and now I have one chart there? And that one chart is what? The business post that I asked it to come up with. If I want to still come back here and work on this project, I'll just click on it. and it's still going to open the project. And look at the chart here. It's showing me the one I did few minutes ago. So if I come in here and write another chart and say draft, then I say draft 3 Instagram, captions for the week. Maybe I just put that draft 3 Instagram captions for the week. I have not said so much about what we are doing, but because my logo, the information about my business, I added it few minutes ago. It has mastered it, and it's telling me that, oh, most people think AI is about getting out blah blah blah, write me a report, act as a project manager. So it's just doing different things that we can say, oh, your business is already generating data. The question is, are you learning from it? Remember, I said our business will help companies, to analyze their data. And that's what is suggesting for us there. So anything you now do inside the project, the more you drop charts inside the project, AI will be able to understand better what you do inside that project. I hope you understand that. If you give it more information, you go back to the sources, you come back here, you go back to the sources, you upload more information, more documents, it will continue to add it to what it knows about your business. So project is suitable for things like this. You are doing stuff, you want to put all the content there, you want to put all the information there and continue to chat with it right inside there. So that is projects in ChatGPT for us. So we can use projects in that scenario. If you look at mine here, I've got multiple projects that I've created here for different purposes. Anytime I have maybe client that I want to train, I create a project for them. I draft my timetable there, draft the content there, build everything there, including the forms and every other thing. It stays inside that project. So I'm able to say, oh, this project is for this. I give it enough information about them so that when I go in there and just write my prompt without adding more context in my prompt, due to the fact that the sources have been populated with relevant information, it will be able to pick it up and say, oh, I think I understand what this project is all about and it can help me. So that is one of the 6 features that we want to look at today. Projects in ChatGPT. I want to believe we understand projects in ChatGPT, right? If your answer is yes, you can just drop any emoji to show that you understand that in the chat regarding, or just do thumbs up or anything. Okay, cool. All right, fine. So that is projects. So we've looked at projects in ChatGPT. Let's look at another feature in ChatGPT, and that is what we call deep research. Deep research. Ordinarily, if I come back here, look at where I am now, and I just say, write me a short research on the use of electric vehicle, in Africa. See, I just wrote nothing so serious. Then I press enter. ChatGPT will give me a response right here in the chat. Look at how long it took. Milliseconds, right? Then it gave me what? Look at what it gave me. One. It's fine, oh, right? Look at it, it's fine. I didn't even ask it to give me references, but I know why mine is doing all these things, why it is responding this way. It's because of my custom instructions. So Amos Okoro, don't just say you don't understand. The aspects that you don't understand, mention it there so that I will know where to go back and just touch on. So I was saying mine was able to respond this way because of my custom instruction, but that's not where I'm going now. We're talking about deep research. This is just a regular AI doing its thing. I gave it one simple task and it came up with this, which is fine. But at times, you might want something solid in form of a research. you want it to conduct research on its own, you can use what we call deep research. So where is deep research in your ChatGPT? If you click on the plus sign here, see on my plus sign, look at what I have here, deep research. It says, get a detailed report. So meaning deep research is not just going to say, oh, in 1 minute, and then just give you something. It's going to take its time, conduct research, and then give you something detailed. Right here, ChatGPT will probably just give you maybe maximum 2 pages if you copy it and paste it inside Microsoft Word. But if we switch over to deep research, look at it. I clicked on deep research and it dropped it inside the chat box here, the blue ink here. Then I can write the same prompt I gave earlier. I want to use the same thing. Write me a short, maybe I shouldn't put shorts there now. Write me a research on the use of electric vehicle in Africa. Because I added deep research, and deep research, when OpenAI came out with deep research, they said it is a PhD level research work. That's what, people said around that time, because it will, go deep and conduct the research and then give you something. Right. Maybe you want to understand your markets before you invest. You want to invest in the shoe market in Nigeria. You want to invest in orange market in Nigeria, in yam exportation in Nigeria. You can use deep research to conduct a market survey, to do a deep analysis of what is happening in Nigeria regarding yam markets. Deep research will help you do a thorough job, not just the normal charts that will just kind of give you something. So deep research will reach the internet for 5, 10, 15 minutes and then give you a detailed report that you can actually use. So if I click on send prompt now, unlike the before that it gave me the answer almost immediately, look at what's happening now. It has not even done anything. Because it will first of all break the steps down. What it will do, it will first of all break it down for me that, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start here, then I'll move here, then I'll move here, then I'll move here, and then it will go ahead and do the work for me. Okay, so I want it to it will plan it. Let me just open a new chat. I don't know why this is just, let me open a new chat. No, not web search. Deep research, and let it do a research on electric vehicle in Africa. Okay. So I expect it to first of all say, let me look at your request. Let me plan what I will do step by step, and then it will go ahead and do it. Unlike the usual chart that you should expect your answer in milliseconds, look at what it says, electric vehicle in Africa. It will start by collecting recent academic and industry reports on EV adoption in Africa. It will compile the government policies, incentives, and regulatory frameworks by country. It will analyze the infrastructure readiness, including charging, grid capacity, and supply chain. It will do a survey market players, pilot project, and financing models. It will synthesize the findings into recommendation and identify research gaps. Look at this. Is this not a full-fledged, research on its own? Look at it. If you're doing this research yourself as a person, maybe for your journal, for your project, is this not like some of the steps that you will follow? If you believe that, no, there is something missing there, you can click on the update and add your own to it. But I will allow you to just continue. Look at it now. It is moving step by step. Look at where it is at the moment. So it will fill up this line before getting here. Meaning it's going to take a few more minutes to complete the entire process. So while mine is completing the deep research, I also want you to use the deep research and tell it to help you do one market research. It could be your field, what you're trying to do, where you are playing at the moment. So you have the opportunity of doing yours now while mine is coming up with the outputs. Turn on the deep research, preferably start a new chat, activate the deep research, and then, drop it there. Somebody saying, how do I use deep research? So this is ChatGPT, right? Look at me, this is ChatGPT. Just click on the plus sign here, the plus here, and just scroll down. You should see deep research here. Then click on it and type what you want in front of the deep research. If you are also on your mobile, let me just, if you are on your mobile, yeah, I think I have both Windows, Android and iPhone here. If you're on your mobile for iPhone, if you press the plus sign, you will see, you're probably not going to see the on your mobile. On your mobile, what you will see that will probably kind of be close to it will be Think Ada on your okay, it's there under plugins. So if you are using your mobile app for iPhone now, when you click on the plus, you will see camera, photos, files, then you will see plugins. So click on plugins. There you will see deep research. That is if you're on your iPhone. If you're on Android, you press the plus sign. It's the same thing. On the plus sign, you will see plugins, and then you will see deep research. So you can do it on your mobile phone too. So try that. Do a research about the opportunities. So let's also do the same thing. Opportunities in your sector. That's the research that you should do. Okay, you are trying to go into yam, or you are in what's it called now, wig business, you are in food business, food processing business. Do a research of the opportunities in your business in Nigeria and how to be export ready. Let us do what I just explained now. You will find out that it's going to be something important to some of you. Do a research for me on your business sector. Put it there. Yam export business. Then how can I position myself to be export ready? Something like that will be important to you. So let's do that while mine is coming up. The reason why I added the export ready is I was at the Access Bank headquarters on Friday, and one of the people on the panel was the World Trade Center vice president in Lagos. And he was, because the program was addressing SMEs in Nigeria, and the guy was dishing out opportunities for business owners that they don't know, that they can be export ready, what they need to do to be export ready, the markets in Africa, how to do informal exporting. Many of you think if you want to export product to the US now, you just need to, go and register, do this, but there are certain things you can still do. So let's do that deep research. Let it help you identify how you as a small business owner can be export ready. Let it do a deep research. Okay, now Jim is saying, help me do a research on how to get clients and make money and land multiple gigs as an AI automation engineer. Also include the best niche to go to as an AI automation engineer. Okay, maybe you need to add it there. Where do you want to get your client from? Are you looking at Nigerian market or global market? Maybe you want to improve on that prompt so that it can actually give you something more personalized. So my deep research is coming up, and I want to believe yours is also taking a few more minutes. But we will not just fold our hands while it will take some of our time. So I will leave it here to continue to run. I will come back and view the outputs. So once you set it in motion on your own end, to just leave it there, let it continue. So you can also do the same thing I'm doing here. You see, I am running my ChatGPT on 2 tabs. So you can open a new tab and let's continue the class. When this is done, I will come back there for us to view the deep research outputs. But I don't want to, yes, yours too is running. Let it continue to run, right? Let it continue to run. So you can open a new tab and let's do the next thing. We will go back and view what is there. All right. So we've looked at projects. We've also looked at the deep research, right? We've also looked at deep research. So what's the next thing that we need to work on, right? And that is what I call apps in ChatGPT. Right now, all the apps are under plugins. So whether we call them plugins, we call them apps, we call them, they are here. So look at plugins there. If I click on plugins, if I okay, that's I think that's the essence of this. And big ups to American Spaces, for putting this together. All right. So here I clicked on plugins here. See, I clicked on plugins and look at what I have here. A lot of plugins here. We can also call them apps. Okay, a lot of plugins, a lot of apps that are available. So these are the ones that I have installed, but I will not just stay with the ones I've installed. Look at the list. The list is growing by the day. OpenAI, they keep adding different, apps, or what they now call plugins, to what you have here. Even if you are on your mobile too, if you're on your mobile, you see plugin there, right? If you're on your mobile, you click on plugins, and then you will see all the available plugins there. Okay. So how do we use plugins, or what I call apps? You have your Google Calendar as a business owner, right? You have a Google Calendar. So on your Google Calendar, you normally mark your meetings, your pitch, everything. Somebody was talking. So, hello, please just stay muted. Stay muted. Stay muted. Okay. Please, okay. Timothy, I beg, just stay muted. Yeah, so you can still use the plugins to an extent on the free plan. I'm not on the free plan, but I think on the free plans, you have plugins there. Can somebody on the free plan and the person is on the computer system, if you can see the plugins there, just say yes in the chat or something, or that you can find it there. So yeah, it's there. So you can use it on the free plan. Yeah. Okay, so these are some of the plugins that are there. I will not be able to use all as examples here, but I will probably just use maybe 2 or 3. So I will use Canva, I will use Booking, and I'll probably use one more, or maybe the Google Calendar. So I was explaining, Ibrahim Abdullah, is just take notes. You just stay with me. If you're on your computer, check out plugins there. If you don't want to get it from here, you can also go to the new charts here and just click on the plus sign, and you will see plugins. You will see some of those things here, but don't worry. From here, go to plugins. You will need to install a particular plugin first before you continue to use it. So I was talking about the Google Calendar, or let's start from Canva. Yeah, let's start from Canva. So if you type Canva in the plugins now, it's going to show you the Canva plugin. I want to believe many of us were familiar with Canva, right? So Canva, you use Canva to design, and you can do the design for free. So let me just go to Canva here so that I can show you that whatever we were doing in ChatGPT is going to go straight to Canva here. It will come inside Canva. So I have account with Canva. Okay, so I want to just log in there. And that's the essence of apps. So yes, if you have it there, it's just to connect it. Don't worry, I'll show you. It's just to sign in and say, all these my applications, I want to manage them from ChatGPT. That is the essence of the plugins. So you are not running outside ChatGPT to the apps. You have Canva account. Can you work on that account inside ChatGPT? That's the essence of the plugin. You are traveling and you want to go to the US, you are looking for a hotel around your conference center. Can you look for that inside ChatGPT? Yes, and connect it to booking.com. Are you looking for cheap flights? You can connect it to ChatGPT and look for it. Okay. Are you connecting your email to ChatGPT for it to track all emails that you have not responded to, and the mail needs your attention? You can manage that from plugins inside ChatGPT. That's the essence of all these plugins that we are talking about here. Okay, so search for Canva, and then you will see this here. So this is my Canva now. Because I have connected it, okay, because I have connected it, I'll just click on it. But let me just uninstall so that you see the entire process. Let me uninstall mine. Okay, I have not added it. So search for Canva. I've searched for Canva and look at it. It's showing me Canva, and then I have this plus sign there, meaning connect it to my Canva account that I have already. So I'll click on plus. It will ask me to log in to my Canva so that all the things that I've done inside Canva, I can manage it there. I can also do an existing work from here. I think we should be finding the people that are unmuted now.
We have to
Ikeja,
remove them. We're removing them now.
Ikeja, don't unmute. So yeah, I've muted them. So you see now that it is asking me to allow access to my Canva because I am now connecting my ChatGPT to Canva. So I will say allow. So I am now allowing Canva to be connected to my ChatGPT. So it's now going to be connected. So I'm done connecting it. And that's the same process for any other application that you are connecting. Maybe you are still confused. Let me do another app. So let me say I'm looking for calendar. It's my Google Calendar here. I have my Outlook calendar here. Let me do bookings. Booking. Okay. Booking.com is a platform, right? Where you look for hotel accommodations here and there. So let me uninstall that again and redo it. So I'm searching for bookings. I have accounts on bookings. So maybe anytime I'm traveling, especially maybe going for a program in the US, I go on booking, look for hotels around where I'm going, and then I'll be able to research cheap hotels that are not too far from the venue and at the same time not too far from town in case I want to go for sightseeing and all that. So you can manage it from here. So if I click on plus, it's going to ask me to log into my account. Then I'll be able to manage my account from there. I can tell it to book the room for me. Maybe the same room I booked the last time, I can tell it to book for me. If I'm, a lot of apps are here as plugins that you can connect to. This is Figma. If you're a UI UX designer, I can connect to Figma and tell ChatGPT to design a wireframe for me. I can connect to data analytics and tell it to do something for me. You can connect to your Dropbox and manage it from there. So let's stop with the two that we have connected. So I've connected Canva and I've also connected bookings. For me, I've also connected my Spotify. I want to believe we know Spotify for music and all those things. So I want to now use the plugins. So I have clicked on new chat now. So I'm on new chat. If I click on the plus now, all the plugins that I have activated, I should see them here. I should see them here or type to search for them. So if I do Canva, see, I'm pressing CAN. Look at it. It's showing me that I have Canva there. So if I do bookings now, it's showing me that I have bookings there, meaning I can now use those apps. So let's try Canva. So I have selected Canva. What this means is the prompt I want to write now, I want the job to be done inside Canva. Canva is known for creation of applications, editing videos, creation of application of flyers, posters.
Olalekan.
Sorry about that. I am not. Yeah, I'll switch now. Yeah. Oh. Hmm. It's at home now, and the internet here is not that stable, but I'm switching now. Let me know if the internet is better now. It should be.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, okay. Again, apologies. The internet is somehow. So I was saying that I searched, I want to use the app. Let me come back here. I want to use the app. So I type CAN, I click on the plus sign, then I'm typing CAN just to invoke all the applications or the plugins that are there. Don't forget, I clicked on the plus sign first. So now I can see Canva. I picked Canva. So I can now tell ChatGPT what to do inside Canva. I can say, okay, create a YouTube or create Instagram posts to advertise my sneakers, So maybe I have an image of a sneaker somewhere. So I'll just pick that image. What I want to demonstrate is that it will do it inside Canva. It's going to do it inside Canva, not here. So I have added this, then I say send. By saying send now, it's going to create this inside Canva, not just ChatGPT. Because we've invoked Canva, we have connected it to Canva. So see, it's now showing me running app request. So it is now saying allow ChatGPT to use Canva. So I want to say, okay, allow just for now. Or if it's something that I want to be doing repeatedly, I can just say allow or be always allow. So I've granted access to it. And that's one thing too. Before ChatGPT is able to, go inside your app and do something, it's going to request for your permission. So it's not just going to take decision all by itself and then start doing something that you don't want it to do. So it's going to ask for your permission. So it is creating this inside Canva for me. It's doing it inside Canva. Right, so I will just wait for 1 minute. It says we should get it in 1 minute. But by the way, let me go back and check our. Oh, cool. So going back to check my deep research now. Look at the deep research. It's ready now. Let me expand it. Look at the deep research. Look at the deep research. Please, can you still see my screen? Somebody is saying you can't see my screen. Can you see my screen, please? So my screen
See your
is
screen.
up. Okay, so maybe the person should just check his internet. All right. Can you see the deep research, man? Look at how detailed this is. Look at it with the table, with a whole lot of information. It even added all these timelines and what have you there. So this should be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This should be up to like 12 pages, if not more than 12 pages. You notice that this is quite different from just the regular, I drop my chart, I expect a response. So deep research is for serious research work. And that's why I said you should do the research about your business and then how to be export ready. It started with executive summary. Oh, in Africa remains low, but it's accelerating. Sales roughly, blah, blah, blah. It looked at all this because it checked online, did its own research, then current adoption, South Africa, Kenya, Nigeria, Morocco, Egypt, Ghana, then country comparison. So it did this table and just take a look at what it was able to do because we used deep research and not just the regular kind of charts. We didn't do the regular kind of chart. And then it took 7 minutes. Okay, 7 minutes. That's fine. He did it in 7 minutes. That's cool. So I hope we can see the essence of deep research. And when you need deep research, you can use the deep research for what you want. But I think the people on the free plan, you have, I'm not sure, maybe a certain number of deep research you can do in a month. I'm not sure if there is something like that there, you will see it. But that's deep research. Let's come back to the plugin. Look at it. It did all these designs here because I said Instagram, right? So everything that it has done here, I can click on Canva. See, if I click on this now or this, it will ask me if I want to go and edit it inside Canva. It's not just available here inside ChatGPT. I can go back to my Canva app and I will see that design there. The design will not just sit inside ChatGPT. It's going to be inside Canva. Can you see it here inside Canva? And it's editable. So I can come back here and delete and do whatever I want to do here. You see, I can move it up and down. I can continue my design here, add a heading here, and say, okay, out now. Maybe I want to say out now and put this up here. You can design here. So when you connect plugins, when you connect your applications to ChatGPT, you're simply saying, you know what? Don't just use your powers as in ChatGPT. I want you to also work with the resources, the features inside the connected application. ChatGPT does not have all the features of Canva, but we are bringing everything together and we are able to work with it here. Please, can you still see my screen? Somebody is still saying, Unilag is saying they can't see my screen. They can see my screen, Unilag. Okay, so it's not from my end. Okay, right. It's not from my end. So that is for the apps. I will go back again. Let's do another demo of the application. Let's do another demo. Remember, I have done that of Canva. So you can also check all the plugins there to see the ones that are suitable for your business. There are lots there. You can check out any of them that is suitable for your business. Okay. I think there is indeed there. I think there is indeed there. Right. Let me see. Yes, there is Indeed there. I did something with Indeed. I will tell you, maybe you can try that after the class. You can connect Indeed to your ChatGPT. And then Inside ChatGPT, give it a prompt that this is my CV, attach your CV, and then say, I am looking for a remote job as an AI automation engineer or as a virtual assistant. Use my CV to look for jobs on Indeed that my CV suits. Don't just give me any jobs. Make sure my CV is ready. My CV has captured all the necessary skills. Now give me a list of all the jobs, the job requirements. If there is an email address I can reach out to, and then you can even tell it to tailor your CV to the jobs identified on Indeed by connecting to Indeed. Indeed is where you see a lot of job opportunities. You see a lot of job opportunities there. So you can add your CV and tell Indeed to look for jobs that you can apply to. You can even tell it jobs posted within the last 1 week so that you are not, beating around the bush looking at jobs that has been filled. Somebody say, does that mean there's no plugin for setting calendar? You can check. There is Outlook calendar there. So, okay, so that's by the way. So let's come back to the other one that I said I want us to use. I think that's booking. So I'll click on plus and then I type booking. Oh, somebody's mic again. Oh, instead. Okay, I think the person has muted. Okay, please just stay muted. So I have added booking.com here because that is the platform where you can see sites, you see flights, you see accommodation, you see all this there. So let's say list out 5 suitable one room, yes, 1 room apartment, what do you call it now, 1 room apartment at, let's say you're specific about where you're going, right? So at let's say at Seattle in Washington State. It is for 5 nights, from August 20 to 25, 2026. I am looking at a budget, a budget of 200 USD per night. It should, yeah, the recording is available. It should not be too far from downtown. Okay. Yeah. So by doing this, I am simply saying, don't just use your trained data because your trained data will contain hallucination. If I remove bookings.com and I ask ChatGPT, it will just give me something on its own. But by saying go to bookings now, go to bookings, go and get it from there, I am simply saying connect to bookings.com where I am sure that they have vetted the locations, the hotels, and every other thing. So he said, oh, this is the one closest to what I picked, and say, okay, travel lodge by this is 236. Oh, I think because the amount is too small, so let me increase our budget to 400, yeah, 400 USD per night. So if I increase, so all the recordings are on YouTube. If you go on YouTube, I will show you. If you go on YouTube and look for American Spaces, you will see all the videos there. Okay, I'll still show. Look at it now with my budget. See the accommodation that are available based on the dates. So it has gone to booking.com to confirm the dates, to confirm the date and say, you know what, the dates are free. This is the property. Look at it. It has added the properties direction, websites, what to call, the number to call, the 1 bedroom, the cost, downtown, the facilities and everything. See, it added it. And it also gave me recommendation. Say for a first visit, I'll rank them. So stay here in Windham Residence or this condo or do this. Because we connected to booking.com. So it's able to go inside booking.com itself and then give us something. So it is not just guesswork now. It is not hallucinating. It is not using the train data that may not be accurate. Maybe one house has closed down, since ChatGPT, captured all those things. So we can connect our apps that are available. I am not in all the apps. Look at it. If I click on bookings, it takes me straight to the app and it gives me access to the building. I can browse through the buildings and all that. This is just a demo of what you can do. Many people are asking questions in the chat. Can I connect to this app? Can I connect to that app? All the apps that are available, you can see it. I don't even know all the apps that are there at the moment because they add to the list every now and then. Okay, they keep adding to the list. So if you just go there, browse through, if you go there, go to plugin and through all the apps that are there. See all the apps. So you can check the apps that are there. So that, oh, this app is there, this app is there. But I want to advanced level. There's a way you can still use what we call it to connect to some of the apps that are not there, or you use CLI, but that one will be, that means we are now flying. So I don't want to confuse, so let's just take it a step at a time. So it can take me to bookings and show me what you have there. So these are some of the other features inside ChatGPT that we can use. Okay, if you still click on the plus, you still see some there. So that is that with all those things. We also have what we call GPTs, but I'm not going to spend more time there because on your free plan, you won't be able to create GPTs. You won't be able to create it. But in case you want to change your mind later in the future and subscribe, there is what you call GPTs. I call that mini chat GPTs, specialized mini small chat GPTs. So if you're on pay plan, you will see GPTs. If you click on GPTs, you will see what people like you and I too, and some other companies, they've created to do one thing and one thing only very, very well. Even me, I have many GPTs there for different purposes. So look at it here. This is DALI, this is data analyst GPT, meaning if you want to do analysis, you just pick this GPT. What it will do will just be what? Analysis. You want to create coloring book, you pick this GPT and you just give it a task, it will only do coloring book. And you have them categorized into education, lifestyle, DALI, which is image, programming, research analysis, writing, productivity. So these are mini GPTs for different purposes. So they won't be able to do everything and everything. They are specialized. Some people created them to be able to help you do one thing and one thing well. For example, I'll go back to the topic. I'll pick, I think I saw one coloring book hero. So if I choose that, I am simply saying I am using this GPT that will only do what? Color my book. Okay, I think Unilag is reminding me. I know, I remember. Don't worry, I remember that our how to set personal charts, so it cannot be used for analysis. So I cannot be used for analysis marketing. No, I maybe if you clarify that your question, set personal chart. So if I pick this GPT now, it is only meant for coloring hero book. That's what we mean by GPT. And look at it. Even if you don't have paid plan, if I should share this with you in the chat, you should be able to access it. I think so. You should be able to access it. You can try and click on that link and let me know if you can access it, even from your free plan. But you will not see it here. You will not see it here. Plugins can help creating content if there is a plugin for content creation there. But if you're talking about content creation, you can also create your own project or create a master prompt that can help you with content creation. You know what? Next week, where we are working with Claude, so we are doing Claude next week, you will see how to create multiple skills that can help you do different things that you do. Okay. We'll do a lot when we get to Claude. Can create product. You can use Claude to create products. You can use Claude to create PDF. You can use ChatGPT to create PDF. But to really get the best out of ChatGPT for creating PDF and all that, you need to be on the paid version, but you can still do that. Let me just do a demo of this, and then I'll show you that of Gemini, and then I'll take all these questions. Okay, and I'll take all these questions. So yeah, I shared the link few seconds ago now. Yeah, I shared the link few seconds ago, and somebody has to share. Let me know if you can access the link, if it allows you to kind of use the GPT. Let me know. So here now, if I just say, oh, my idea is a boy. Okay, you are able to use it. That's fine. But you couldn't find the GPT directly there. But if somebody with a paid plan shares the full link with you, you will be able to use it. A boy into somebody coming on is again learning to play violin. Violin. If I just put that there, I am simply saying color the book to do this for us. Somebody is disturbing us. I've seen the person now. Please just stay there. Don't distract us. All right. Okay. So because I said my idea is a boy learning to play violin, I did not say anything. But because the person that created this GPT has created it to do one thing and one thing only. One thing and one thing only. And that's why it is sketching it out. Okoro is the same time every week. Same Tuesday, same 1:30 to 3:30. Okay. But don't worry, I'll still respond to questions later. The time is moving like in jet speed, though, and we still have Gemini. So let me just wait for this to come up. Okay, because it is coloring book. Look at it now. You notice even without my prompt, I did not had enough information to say, oh, it should be in form of pencil, it should be this, it should be that. But the person that created the GPT already fine-tuned it, puts a lot of custom instructions there so that at the end of the day, it will do one thing and one thing very well: coloring book. You see that it's cute. Maybe you've got kids or you're a teacher, you want to create something like this. So that is just one of the GPTs out there. I just picked this one randomly. So you can still go there and check all the GPTs that are there that can help you do whatever you can do. And as a premium user, you can also create a GPT for your business, for your staff, and say, oh, this GPT should be able to do this and this alone. And then share it with people. When they use it, it will do what you ask it to do. So I will be moving on from ChatGPT because the goal is to expose us to all these features, and we can begin to, think around how to use it in our businesses, how to use it to grow our businesses, how to enjoy all these features. So I'm going to leave ChatGPT now and just move straight to Gemini. Gemini or Gemini, whatever they call it. So Gemini is also like ChatGPT, just that it has been created by Google. So Google created Gemini, OpenAI created ChatGPT. OpenAI created ChatGPT. So this is the interface. It's similar to that of ChatGPT that you are familiar with. So I will just go straight to the three features I want us to see in Gemini. Similar to ChatGPT, you can click on plus for you to see all other things there. So just that there are strengths of ChatGPT, there are strengths of Gemini. So they do, almost the same thing. It's question of personal preference or what your company has signed up to. If your company is Google, backed, if they are using Google product a lot, you'll be forced to use Gemini. If your company is using Microsoft product, you'll probably be using Copilot more. And if your company is using enterprise ChatGPT or enterprise cloud, you find yourself using that more. So like I said, I want to show us just three things here. Number one, okay, if you come to Gemini here, and you scroll down to where you have more tools, can you see we have what you call guided learning, deep research, and canvas. Deep research, we're not going there again, is almost the same with the deep research in ChatGPT. So we will look at Canvas, guided learning, and of course, GEMS. Those three things are what I want to quickly focus on. And I hope I'll be able to be done with that by 3:20, so I will spend the rest 10 minutes to take questions. So if I come here now and choose Canvas, there is a reason for me for showing you this Canvas in Gemini. I don't want to say much. I want you to see it yourself, right? So I just want to paste the same thing I asked it to do earlier, a research about EV. Let me just copy the same question, right? A small research about EV. But I've selected Canvas, right? Then I say paste. I want you to see it so that I won't need to do a lot of explanation. So let's just wait and see what Gemini will do. All right, see, it's done. See Canvas. The difference between when you use Canvas and when you don't use Canvas is Canvas will allow you to kind of collaborate in a way with AI. There is Canvas also in ChatGPT, by the way, so that whatever it must have written, see the output here, you can click inside there and change it before you now copy it out and use it wherever you want to use it. See, if I don't want in Africa, I don't want current landscape, I want to type the current landscape. See, you can edit what you have here when you choose Canvas. But that is not while I'm showing us. On the right-hand side there, you can change the length of your outputs. If I click on change length, I can increase it to short, very short, long, very long. The same output, but I want Gemini now to either shrink it and reduce it or blow it up. Is my screen blank or is it just from that Zaria? Can you still see my screen? I think you can still see my screen. Okay, Zaria, I'm guessing it's probably the internet at your end. Let me just refresh. Zaria can refresh. So from our outputs here, you have all this. You can increase the size, okay, and say, I want it to be shorter or longer. The second one here is change the tone. If I click on change the tone, I can say very casual, casual, formal, very formal. You can still adjust it here. And the third one there, suggest edits, meaning you want Gemini to look at it itself and kind of suggest where to edit. Those ones are just part one of what I want to show you there. Part two of why I am showing us this feature in Gemini is at times you might want to convert your output to something more interactive, something more appealing to the eyes. So if you see the up here in your canvas, you see create new. When you click on the drop down here, look at those things that are there. Look at the things that are there. From create here, I click on the drop down, meaning I can convert this article to a web page directly from here. I can convert it to infographics directly from here. I can convert it to quiz, to flashcard, to audio overview, like a podcast from here. But I'm not going to spend time on audio overview because we're going to do that in notebook, right? Or quiz. I'll just do this too. So let me click on web page first. By clicking on web page, I am converting the output to a web page. And web page will be more beautiful. It's going to look colorful in the eyes. So it's creating it now. Yes, the notebook element. That's why I said I'll probably just leave the audio to when we talk about Notebook LM. Although Google has changed the name from Notebook LM, it's now ordinary Gemini Notebook. But that's another tool that I love, and we will talk about that and Claude next week. So it's still converting our output to websites, not serious websites, but just a pager. So look at what it has done. The same post about electric vehicle, Africa electric vehicle, and look at it now. It converted it to a page, and look at it. Look at it. Looking cool, right? See, it's looking nice. So, and it is based on your content. And you have the download icon here. So if I click, I'm using the free Gemini. I'm using free Gemini. I'm not using paid Gemini. Yes, I'm using free Gemini. So this is not my paid account. This one is free. So if I click on the download now, so I'm able to download it as HTML, right? But if I open it as HTML, I can print it as PDF. Okay, but the beauty of it is not printing it as PDF, because you won't be able to do all these, clicking and clicking here. But if you print everything out too, it's a full page, so you will still have everything. So if I do Control P and save it as PDF, I will still have everything as colorful as it is. See, I'll still have it there. So from Canvas, you can create and convert something to a page, and then you have something nice to work with. So that's what I want to show you in Canvas on Gemini. Nothing so serious. Canvas on Gemini. The other thing I want to show you in Gemini is the guided learning. And that is for your learning. ChatGPT also has study and learn. Okay, this is when you want to learn something, and you don't just want all these AI platforms to just give you notes, and be swamped in notes. If you just click on guided learning and you tell it what you want to learn, okay, how to set up a business. I'll just put something random here. How to set up a business in Nigeria. But I said it should be the guided learning. So it's going to give you like a guide, like a learning guide, step by step, that it will now ask you, what do you want to learn first? So if you tell it what you want to learn, then it's going to I say shoe retail, then it's going to continue. So guided learning is suitable for students. It's also suitable for you also when you want to actually learn something. You are not just interested in the feedback. You are not just interested in the output, though you want it to actually take you step by step and teach you something. That is the guided learning. I hope I'm not moving too fast. I did this because we're familiar with ChatGPT already. And for Gemini, it's just a click here and there. And I hope when I give us assignments this week now, we'll have more people that will respond. Whatever we're doing, always take time during the week to practice and practice and practice. That is how you get better in using all these tools. So the final thing for today that I want to show us is in Gemini. This is interesting, right? So if you open your Gemini and say there is what we call gems, but recently Gemini has moved gems away from here slightly. It is now under what we call Opal. So it's still part of Gemini. So it is called what? Opal.google. OPAL.google. So I think I've dropped it in the chat, right? No. Let me put it there. Opal.google. That's just the URL. Let me put it in a slide here in case you. No. So opal.google, just put opal.google. Like I said, it used to be a serious part of Gemini, but it's still there. But they kind of moved it out so that you can actually enjoy it more. So what's the job of this opal? You do something every now and then, but you don't want to be writing your prompts all over again. As a business person, you can create mini AI apps using a natural language, meaning our prompts. So I'll show you an example, then I'll show you how to create one for yourself. And I'll give you time. That is my full classwork for today. I'll give you time to do that. Yes, the last assignment, I just asked you to do it and then share with us in the class. But by the way, you can start creating like a journal for yourself, or what we call a portfolio, where you put all those assignments. Because by the time we're done and you also want to prove to somebody that you know how to use AI, the person can request for your portfolio. So you can just show the person all the things that you've done before. But that's by the way. Let me show you this Opal app I created a few minutes before the class. Then you will create your own. I call this Brand Studio. Let me open it up and just demonstrate it. Then I'll show you how to create one and you will create one. So I created this Brand Studio to help me, a business owner that sells a product. So anytime I have a product to promote on Instagram, I just want to upload that my product. Then I want this Brand Studio to create an Instagram ready picture for me, to write a Facebook post for me. Anytime I just upload it, I don't need to write long stories. So let's say I have a product that I want to upload now. I click on start. Then it says upload the product for marketing campaign. I'll go and upload that my sneakers too. I'll go and upload the sneakers. Yeah, uploaded. You see? Then I send the product. So you have created like a mini application that can only do this every now and then. So it's saying, is the product, does it have a name? Our new Adire sneakers. Don't mind me. Then target audience, young people. Okay. And then it is premium and cultural. So when I click send now, it should create an Instagram ready image for me, and also a post about the product I can just copy and put on Facebook, put on X, put on LinkedIn about our product. So this is an example of what Opal can create for you in Gemini, like mini application that will do one thing every time. So if I have another product tomorrow that I want to push, I'll just upload the product and just write few things about it, and boom, it should generate it every time. It will do this every time. Okay, so it's almost done. It's doing 18, 20%. The recording, like I said, and I think Prof has shared it. Just go on YouTube and search for American Spaces. See, this is the YouTube channel. Just click on the YouTube channel. You will see all the recordings. Okay, this is for last week. Can you see this is for last week? So you will see that of today too. After the class, just give it few more minutes. I'm sure the prof will put it there, so you will always see it there, right? So you don't need to look for any link. Just subscribe to that channel. You will always see the recordings there. So it's almost done. So I want it to finish, then I'll show you how to create your own, and you will create it. I'll give us like 5, 7 minutes, maybe 7 minutes to do that as our full classwork, and then I'll take questions and we can end the class for today. I just hope today's class has not been too loaded, a lot to unpack. And next week is going to be even, bigger, when we'll be looking at Claude, kind of one of my favorites, and also Gemini Notebook. These are two of my favorite tools that I use, like a lot of time. So we'll do that next week. It should be done now. Okay, so it's done. So I'm expecting it every time I use it. It should create Instagram ready image for me. Look at the image. It created this image because while I was creating the Opal mini app, I described that we sell sneakers, we're a premium brand. So I wanted to use a whole lot of things. So look at it. The sneakers that I uploaded, somebody is wearing it. And then it also gave me this post, step into a story centuries in the making. Our latest collection isn't just another sneaker. It's a tribute to the soul of Western African craftsmanship, reimagined for the global youth. You see, so he was able to create this because I set up the Opal to do this and do this alone. So how do you do yours? In 2 minutes, and then you can do yours. So just come to the Opal here and click on Create New. When you click on Create New, just come to the chat here and describe what you want the app to be able to do. In my own case, I said, I sell sneakers and any product. Anytime I upload a product, create an Instagram post and a Facebook post for me. That's what I said the app should be doing. Your own app can be anything I drop in there, rewrite it, develop it as something, anything at all of your choice. So pick one thing, one simple, basic thing that you want to convert to Opal mini app and just describe it here. One scope I want to also give you. Describe it, don't send it. Copy whatever you've described. Go back to ChatGPT and say, help me fine-tune this so that I can get a better result, and paste your raw prompt there. You will see that it will convert it to one long prompt. Then copy that one, put it here and send it, and wait for Opal to just finish it up and you can test. And whatever you must have done becomes part of your Opal applications. So we have, this is 15:15, right? Time has really gone. So let's do this in 7 minutes. 7 should be fine. If you can't finish it, you can do it after the class. 7 minutes should be fine. So what we're doing now is for you to do what? Create your own Opal mini application. Just describe what you want there in 7 minutes.
While this is going on, let me quickly make the announcement. Please make sure you register, sign your name. Those who came very, very late, please, let's come on time. 30 minutes late is not acceptable. So please, let's make sure we're here on time. We know you are very busy. And if you missed anything, let's get back to our American Spaces YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Please register at your location.
Okay, I think we have.
You've created yours and it's something that you probably want us to see, you like to share with us, you believe it's cool, you can share your mini apps with people. Okay. So let me just come back here and share and show you how to share while you're rounding up. This is the one that I've done before, right? So there is a share button here. I can click on share and then change the share from only you to anyone with this link. So if I change it to anyone with this link, then I can copy the link and share it with you. So you also can use it. So if you want us to be able to use yours too, you can do that and share the link with us for us to be able to test it out. Okay, cool. So whatever you must have done, keep working on it. Even if you are still fine-tuning it, the goal is just to set the ball in motion. But I did something just 1 minute ago, and then I will just finish and take your questions. You can share it with people, right? You can just click on share and then come here, change it from only you. That's what is going to be there by default. You will just come here and change it to anyone with the link. Once you change it to anyone with the link, you can copy it and then share. Oh, Balogun has shared his own. Thank you for sharing, Balogun. Thank you for sharing. So that will be like the final thing we'll be doing today. Oh, I wanted to copy Balogun's prompts. Okay. Oh. Mhm. Okay. Okay, John too shared. Thank you for sharing. I think we can, that's the goal. We can all learn from ourselves. Okay, you can keep doing that. Share whatever you've done. Let people learn from you. So what are we doing this week as our assignment? Okay, you might want to take a screenshot of this now. So you can take a screenshot of this. And that is the challenge for this week. Build a gem mini app that saves you an hour a week. I know the one I asked you to do now, it was just impromptu. So build a mini app that saves you an hour a week. Fine tune it. Make sure it is something that is relevant to whatever you are doing. Make sure it is something that you find useful, that post training, you are still using it. So that is the challenge for the week. In fact, I encourage you, post on Facebook, look for me there, tag me there, go on LinkedIn, post there, tag me, tag American Spaces, post everywhere, Instagram, and tag us. What you're doing by sharing what you're learning is to also put yourself out there. Okay, if you're learning something, go out there and say, oh, I joined this training and these are the things that I was able to do today. Somebody did that on LinkedIn and I commented. So this will be where we will end the class for today. So if you still have questions, please drop them in the chat. If you have questions, I won't allow us use the mic, Emmanuel. So you might want to just drop it in the chats just to save ourselves some time, Let's save ourselves time. I can easily pick up the questions from the chat. So this is the assignment for this week. Do a screenshot of the assignment and make sure you complete it. And for all of us that are still, those of us that are dropping it in the chat, we can clap for ourselves. I'm happy because without anybody dropping anything, I'll just think maybe we're not learning. But John, John has also, Babal Balogun, John, Najim, Bello, Jennifer, a whole lot of us, we've dropped Latifa. Well done, really, that we've created something. Okay, Charles, well done, well done. Okay, Emmanuel, please send the link to the lessons again. You mean last week? Just go to YouTube and search for American Spaces. They have a channel there. So all the recordings will be there on the channel. Any other question? As we're rounding off in 4 minutes, I want you to drop your highlight of today in the chats. One feature, don't do two, don't overdo, just one. One of the features that we did today, and you're like, oh, this is something that I totally need. This is something that I can't wait to try again and build on. Your highlight of today, out of the 6 features, drop it in the chat. Okay, I know you're saying Opal. Okay, Jennifer too is saying Opal. So drop it in the chat. And I nearly dropped Opal. Johnson said Opal. Okay, guided learning. Somebody's doing over Sabina. I said 1. You are dropping 2. Okay, makeup, but if it's 2, canvas. I said 1. Okay, projects, Opal from deep research. Okay. Opal, okay, Fancy, Opal, deep research. Okay, cool. Thank God you met Opal. Okay, deep research. So we can continue to work on this. And majority of us said Opal. So that means I am in the spirit by asking you to work on the AI challenge that will make you use Opal. Okay, so that's the challenge for the week. Prof, I wouldn't know if you want to add 1 or 2 things. I think I've answered the questions in the chats.
All right, thank you very much. Can we put our hands together for Mr. Olalekan? I can't hear your claps. I can't hear your claps. I can tell you that it is getting better. I thought last week was the best. Today happened to be the bester. I invented that grammar. All right, thank you very much. We truly appreciate this. Please let us take advantage of this training session. For the mere fact that you are getting it free doesn't mean that it's free. The only thing we're asking from you is to come on time. And please, the assignment is so important that if you don't bring your assignment next week, we may likely not allow you to participate in the session. We will be asking for this because the nature of the certificate we want to give to you, we must produce some evidences that we have actually done something. There are 3 categories. Number 1, for certificates of just attending, certificates of participation. But this one is certificate of completion. In other words, you are given assignment and you're able to finish even the assignment. So please, this next one, AI challenge, build a gem. Please, let's make sure we do it. And the first few minutes of the session next week, I believe our resource person will ask us to share. And we are going to be at the background checking whether you actually did it or not. Finally, some of you are asking, okay, some of us who are not in American spaces, what becomes of us? We have announced from the beginning, when we run this type of program, we want people to come in person. We advertised it very clearly. It's an in-person program. But people said they wanted to be part of it. We said that's okay. But that does not make you to pass for the certificate. And we all know this. You can be in the kitchen. You can be anywhere. and you are joined and you just say, well, I participated. Sincerely, we don't accept that here. If you truly want to learn, you come into the space. But if you want to still join online, we allow that. If you want to watch the video, we allow that. But we want to make sure that you are here and we can see that you are learning. With that, I would like to thank Mr. Olalekan Adeeko, and thank every one of you who have made it today. We have other sumptuous meals in terms of program being cooked for you. Please make sure you follow us on our social media platforms, particularly our WhatsApp channel, so that you can get up to date. Thank you very much. Tuesday is another day. See you 1:30, and bye-bye for now.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you to American School.